what she's making. But what you do care about is the fact that she has her own. Don't need me to fund your lifestyle. You know
Yes.
what I'm saying? Don't need me for that. I want to know that you got a mind of your own and that you're able to do everything on your own and you're not with me just because of what I can do for you financially. I
Okay,
think
so if
that's what matters and that's what real men actually care about.
And
so if
let's real men is used very, very loosely because there's a lot of
two
real men
goddamn,
out
if you
here
ask me,
beating,
yeah.
slapping their women upside the head and got 12 kids
Well,
floating
see,
around and not
when
taking care of
when
anybody.
if you're talking about that kind of man, that's not the kind of that is not what I consider a real man. I don't consider that to be a man at all. Um,
Can I
but
just say
when I
a
say real
word
man, I mean
edgewise?
someone who is responsible, who
There you
has the
go.
mind. Like, when you get into the conversation of deal breakers, okay, I could list, okay, well, he's got to be black. He's got to have this kind of job. He's got to have that, that, and that. But never did I list, oh, well, he can't beat my ass and be a child molester. Oh, well, wait a minute. You didn't put that in the list. No, of course. Of course not. Because that's not the kind of guy that I'm talking about. You know what I mean? So when I
Hmm.
say real man, I mean a standard, like not run of the mill, just regular dude. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Yeah. So
Okay, so when both of you ladies, thank you for your suggestions as well. When you say that men aren't looking for the financial part of it, is it safe to say that that's what the women are looking for mostly?
Well, let me start by saying not all men, because I don't want to put anyone in a general category. Because there are some men that are, because it's now cuffing season, so it's some couple of people looking for somewhere to stay right
mm,
now. So there's that reality. So yeah, they're looking for
mm-hmm,
somebody that makes six figures and can take care of the home because they don't have one. But
mm,
it just depends on what you're looking for at whatever time you're looking for a thing in your life. What you needed in your 20s, you may not necessarily want to need in your 30s or your 40s or your 50s. Your desire is going to be something altogether different. I think the real issue is being honest with whatever those feelings are or whatever those wants, needs, and desires are.
Most definitely.
that makes
Because
sense.
what I'm starting to realize is everybody wants somebody, but it seems like one group is wanting the same person or type of person. You see what I'm saying?
That's
Um,
true. That's true.
Ira spoke on, the dating shows online and things of that nature. Now, when I go out into the regular world, it's completely different than what these people are saying online. Now,
Mm.
to be honest, let's just be honest. Some people get online because they want to get famous. Do y'all agree?
I agree.
So when it comes to clickbaiting, my cousin has his own show called Never Too Much TV, and they did a show called Poor and Popular, right?
Yeah.
It's a lot of people that just want to have their face on YouTube screen, Facebook screen. So they're willing to say anything just to have a viral moment with the hopes of whatever comes with that, you know?
Mm.
And with a lot of younger men, what I see, they watch things like Fresh and Fit
Oh
podcast,
God.
Heard about it.
Kevin Samuels, Anton Daniels. The
Mm.
list goes on and on.
Right.
Now, let's just be honest. How many of them men are happily married? How
Mhm.
many of them
Mm-hmm.
men are still married? Don't quote me on this, but I heard with Anton Daniels and Rita, it ain't love in paradise no more. Now I ain't saying that he ain't a hell of a guy. I don't know. But in my book, if you ain't chopped wood growing up, I can't fuck with you. So I don't care how much money a man make. If you ain't got that blister right there on your pinky,
Oh, stop
then
it.
you ain't even considered a real man to me. You know how many times I done rode on the side of the road and seen men sitting in their car with a flat tire
Mm,
waiting on AAA to
mm,
come.
mm, mm.
Or those same guys sitting in the passenger seat while their lady is pumping gas
And paying for the gas.
and paying for the gas. Yeah,
and getting the oil
yeah.
change.
Oh yeah,
Now I
yeah.
blame the women for that because you choosing that man. Now we can't put it all on Pookie and Boogie now, because
Well, I don't put it on them.
we all know
Yeah.
what Pookie and Bookie bring to the table.
I wish we find some new names for these niggas because I'm about sick of hearing Pookie and Ray Ray and Bookie. But
Man, man,
I'm gonna call them
man, man,
Tyrone. I'm gonna call that
man,
nigga
man, and
Tyrone,
man, man,
Man
and Nut,
Man,
man, and
uh,
Nut,
And Nook Nook.
and
and
Nook
Nook
Nook.
Nook.
Yeah,
Them boys got what you call a strong back.
Miss
and
Miss Yanni, can I ask you,
Strong back.
have you ever dated a Pookie or Ray Ray, Miss Yanni?
I've not dated a Pookie or a Ray Ray, but I have had a fuckboy or two. In truth be told.
and that nigga's name was Tyrone. But go ahead. I'm sorry. I just want to name
close,
something
close
else.
enough. Close enough. But you know, just like everything has a purpose.
Right.
Every person has a purpose. And once you realize, like I said, what you want, need, and desire, those purposes change, or you would ideally hope that it would. That's why so many people
Mhm.
are getting divorced now older. I don't know if y'all noticed that or not. There's a lot of people getting divorced in their 60s,
Oh,
their 50s,
God.
even their 70s, because they just decided I got some more living to do and this ain't that anymore.
Mhm.
You're absolutely
That's
right.
true.
But you know what
Yeah.
I've noticed when it comes to relationship advice that nobody never talks about the character of a person. We
Say
don't talk.
that.
We don't talk about the character of a person. We look beyond the character and see what the materialistic thing they can do. They can give me what they can control, certain things they control, certain aspects of their life. But when it comes to a character of a person, I think that should speak profoundly to the individual that was trying to talk to him. If a woman looks for, if she indeed serious about a
Mhm.
as well as a man, my first thing is I will look for the character in the woman that I'm looking for. I'm not looking for the big butt and big this and big that. No, the BB, whatever, big W's and stuff. No, that's fade. That can go away. But if you don't have character to sustain you, if you don't have character to sustain in a relationship through the rough times, the good times, the bad times, then you basically in something that really once everything falls apart, it falls apart. Then somebody else is on the road getting out of there. I've seen that in quite a few
True.
relationships because you will come in with we'll come in. This is how I see it. We come in in a relationship with expectation, but we forget about the characterization. We just come in with expectations, what we look for that individual to bring in my life, to pour in my life. But when that person don't meet that standard because they never had the characterization for that. So we throw away the characterization of an individual, but we look at the material possession of what someone can do for us. That's pretty sad. What I believe where we at.
Can I piggyback off that a little bit? You
Yeah.
know, not only are we okay, so we meet people, right? And they have these expectations, like you mentioned,
Mhm.
but we're also meeting the representative.
That's true.
And the representative can hang out and hold out for about 3 years, roughly, is kind of what I've researched and found out. So you meeting this person that's giving you their absolute best version of themselves. And then the beauty in like something healthy and sustainable, right, is that they see what the potential is and who they can be and who they can become in a thing, right? And then they go on and be great. And then there's the other side of that just can't be who they thought they were anymore. And then now everything kind of falls by the riverside, and then nobody revisits what the expectations were. They don't revisit what the standards were. Kind of like, you know how you have to renew your driver's license and you go in and you take the test again and they say, okay, do you want to drive another however many years they give you your license for? I think a lot of times we're not tapping back into these relationships. And like I said, people change. And like who you were in your 20s, you know, you may not be that person in your 30s. And I think that's something that needs to be reinvestigated or rediscussed because, like I said, nobody's really discussing expectations, roles, responsibilities, what you gonna do. Is mom and daddy coming to live with us if somebody, you know, gets sick or whatever? We're not talking about real issues that can come up
Right.
in relationships because we so busy falling in love with like.
And to piggyback off of that, you know, me and Miss Big 12, you know, we married in real life. And, you know, we practice a lot of different things in our relationship. communication is the number one thing.
Absolutely.
The second thing is understanding that we're growing every day. My standards yesterday might not be my standards today, but without that open line of communication, how's she gonna know? He
Mhm.
can't read my mind. I can't
Absolutely.
read hers. And that's why I'm so big on delusions of grandeur. But something else that me and Miss Big 12 talked about yesterday, a lot of people are out here dating for the P and the V.
Yep.
And I think that's the number one thing, because if the foundation is built on that, then that's all you're going to get, because there's a better P and a better V out there. And I got a better V for you. I got 3 of them: values, virtues. You want to guess the third one?
Ira.
No.
Vision.
Vision.
Oh yeah.
A man without values, virtues, and vision, he ain't got no place for a woman, because she needs those things. She needs a man to follow.
So Big 12, so his character don't have a play in it.
That's
No,
a part
it's
of
not that.
values,
That's a part of it.
virtues,
Mhm.
characters mixed in there.
Okay.
If you
Your
can't have,
value, what you value as a man,
Right.
Shows up.
that's a part of your characteristic.
that's a part of your character, your
That's a
vision,
part of
that's a
your
part of your character. All those 3 things, that's a part of your character for me. And very early on, I mean, like, and I am not one, I never wanted to get kids. I never wanted to have kids, and I never wanted to get married. And I know it sounds really weird. Oh God, you welcome. But I never wanted to do either one of those.